Hey everybody. Uh, this is going. This is more fun than anything funny. Uh, it's something that happened yesterday, but my tomfoolery, I guess you could call it, April Fool's jokes, clowning around shit, goes back 6 decades. I ain't playing, and I have pulled some monstrous April Fool's jokes on people. Some things that I've done, I forgot that I put them in place and am reminded about it a month or so later when I had started this thing and forgot about it. And the person asking me, "So whatever happened with that?" And I end up going, "Oh man, I was just fucking with you about that." But I've also told you guys many times that my family that surrounds me today, none of them, not one of them, is blood related to me. Not one. All my blood related family that's left alive is a bunch of clowns. I don't need them in my life. They just cause me heartache and sorrow. So I was surrounded myself with different people. And these people, my wife has been in my life longer than she wasn't in my life. We're going on our 30th anniversary this December next month. And but we've known each other for 35 years at least, and she knows how I like to clown around with people. And if I'm not clowning around with you people, you can damn sure bet I don't like you whatsoever. If I'm clowning around with you, you can damn sure bet I like you, or I wouldn't even mess around with you. But yesterday we were celebrating my son's birthday. He's the middle of my three kids, and now you got my oldest daughter and my son are my stepchildren. I never adopted them. My wife had them when we got married. They were born before we got together, but they were when we got married. They were alive. Uh, Now my son, he was so young he don't even remember his real father. His real father was a very good friend of mine, and he would have given you his shirt off of his back for you. Now after he walked away from my wife and their two kids, he didn't live much longer. Uh, he had 7 aneurysms in one day. This ain't nothing to do with funny, but I've got to tell this so you guys understand. And but my daughter slightly remembers him. She's a couple years older than my son, or about a year and a half, 2 years, and she just slightly remembers him at all. My son don't remember him at all. My son remembers me being dad, always through his entire life. That's all he remembers. Well, he married a young lady that he met when he got out of the Marines in South Carolina. She was coming out of college, and they got together and they ended up getting married a few years ago, and then they had our first grandchild. Now, this girl that he married, I wouldn't trade her for anybody, but we kind of knocked heads in the beginning. Now, she didn't have a father. She was raised by a single mother, and she was the only child. So she really didn't. She had a grandfather in her life at an early age, but he ended up dying. So she really didn't have male figure in her life. Well, with me, she didn't know how to take me, for one thing. When she first met me, I was a lot harder than I am today. And we had a couple things we've said to each other, but that stuff doesn't even count anymore. They got married, and when she put that grandbaby in my arms, she can't do no wrong. That's a fact. I even told my son, I said, son, I love you and all, and you was a part of it. But if that woman right there asks me for anything and I can physically give it to her, she don't even have to worry it's going to happen. Because I said, without her, I wouldn't have that granddaughter. So, but she and I, we get along good. Nothing. I mean, we can talk. We can be in the same room and talk and watch TV. We don't have no problems. But we don't. I don't really clown around with her as much because she didn't know how to take me before, and she's learning though. She's learning, and she's learned a lot about me and how to take me. So there's a big joke in my family that goes back generations, or not generations, but decades. And somehow, as a kid, I got a Slinky for Christmas or a birthday or something, and I bitched about it. I was like, man, I didn't want this damn Slinky. Well, it became a rolling joke. I got Slinkies for years and years and years. I got probably 30 different ones in my closet right now, folks. Some of them big ass, long. Some of them just the little metal ones, and some little bitty plastic ones too. But I've had so many of them. I sneak these damn things into people's birthday presents or whatever. I've stuck them in stockings and shit. But it's like a running joke that I'll stuff these damn Slinkies into people's shit, and they don't know it, and they'll end up finding it later. So I had taken these little plastic Slinkies I had. I had about four of them, or I got a bunch of them, but I took about four of them, and I had put them in my son's birthday presents. And after he opened up the gifts and shit, the little Slinkies were sitting there, and so I wanted to. They were his. I'm trying to get rid of these things. So they were going to leave them. So I took it and I walked into we got a room in our house for our granddaughter, and I walked in there and their baby diaper bag was sitting there, or the diaper bag was sitting there. So I stuffed these four Slinkies into that diaper bag. Oh, and time went by and they was getting ready to leave and everything. Next thing I know, my daughter-in-law's come walking out of the bedroom. She's got these four Slinkies in her hand, and she walks out and dumps them in my lap. And everybody laughs about it. She found them. So I said, oh, all right, let's see how you're going to be. So I put on my jacket, and their car's out in the parking lot, and they're getting ready to leave. And I put on my jacket and shit, and I go outside. Now, I was going to slide them on a car antenna or something on their car and let them find them later. And but I had something a little more in plan that I didn't tell nobody about. Well, I went outside, and my daughter she saw what I was doing with the little Slinky, so she grabbed his keys, and somehow the door got unlocked on a truck. They got a new Tahoe, or not a new Tahoe, Trailblazer. And so when I grabbed the door handle, it opened up. I was like, all right. So I threw these four little Slinkies right into the cup holder. Easy to find. I could have slung them under the seats or whatever. It would have taken them a long time to find them all. I didn't. I just slipped them right in the cup holders. I went back in the house now, And everybody was kind of talking about it. Oh, yeah, you know, my wife's getting on, where'd you put them? It ain't gonna get nobody hurt, is it? Like I'd do that. She's getting on me. I just said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nobody saw me do this. I walked in my bedroom and I got I got them in Slinkies in boxes. They're still in the box, the regular size metal ones. I got them still in the box. I grabbed one of them. I brought it out. Her purse was sitting on my dining table. I reached down inside her purse and just grabbed everything I could grab with one hand. I lifted it up, stuffed that damn Slinky down in there, and stuffed all that stuff back on that purse. And I'm thinking, you know, well, this is going to be funny when she finally figures that out. Well, they left at about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. And when they was leaving, I come out to the garage. I'm going to sit out here with the heater on me. It's cold here. It's been snowing for 2 days in Ohio. And I was going to sit out here in the barn and smoke a couple cigarettes and shit. And I did. And when I went walking back in, the mailbox is right by my door going in the house. Well, the little hooks on the bottom of the mailbox where you put the newspaper, used to, she told her husband, my son, as they're backing out of the driveway, she goes, here's those damn Slinkies. She told him, stop. I'm going to I'm going to put them in the mailbox or hang them on. And she hung them on those hooks that holds the newspaper on your mailbox. So after I got about 8:30, 9 o'clock or so, I'm coming in the house, and nobody knows I put the fucking big Slinky in her purse. And as I come up to the door to open the door, I look over at the mailbox and I see them 4 fucking Slinkies sitting there on that damn mailbox. I just busted up laughing because this is the first time I've gotten her lively like this, you know, got her going. And she was having fun with it, and I love it. I love it. And so I pull them off, and I come in the house. I go ahead and go in the house, and I text my son. I said, hey, tell your wife. I said, the old Slinkies in the mailbox trick was a good one. That was a good one. I got to give it to her. She busted me up with that one. And I go, but tell her she didn't win. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, tell her to look in her purse. There's a full-size Slinky in a box, in the original box, in her purse. And he busts up laughing. I go, tell her. I want to see her reaction. He goes, hell no, I ain't going to tell her. He goes, I'm going to let it ride, see how long it takes her before she finds that damn Slinky. I said, all right, but by God's sake, when she finds it, I want to hear about it because I'm going to laugh. She's going to flip. One of these days, she works from home, so she don't leave home but maybe once a week or something. So she don't take her purse too many places with her. Or she don't use it much, just when she leaves. But she's got a lot of different purses, and she switches purses all the time. So it's going to probably be 2, 3, 4 days before she finally finds this damn Slinky. But I told my son, I said, yeah, she used the old Slinky in the mailbox trick. I said, but she wasn't thinking what old Pop Pop does. Because I'm Pop Pop now with my granddaughter. Everybody calls me Pop Pop. I go, she doesn't realize what old Pop Pop was doing. He was doing something that he's learned many, many years ago from the government. I said, I was showing you my right hand. That was the Slinkies I put in your damn cup holder. I said, but she wasn't looking at my right hand, or my left hand, where I was putting the Slinkies in her purse, too. So she hadn't even found all the Slinkies yet. And she's still at this point. I've been trying to get over my son today, and he works nights and goes to school at night, so he's probably trying to get back in his sleep pattern for tomorrow. Sleeping today, but I'm trying to find out if she found that damn Slinky yet, guys. Hell, this is 14 minutes. I didn't even mean for it to go this long, but guys, that's just one. That was my yesterday. Had a good day too. It was fun with everybody, and I love my granddaughter. Wouldn't trade none of them for Trump money. That's a fact. Not one of them blood to me. My wife's related to me through the government medical marriage license, but ain't none of them blood to me, folks, and they treat me just like I am. That's what love your neighbor means, man. That's family don't have to be blood, guys. They don't have to be blood. Sometimes blood family ain't worth having around. But there's other people that are, and you can find them out here just like I did. You guys, God loves you. So do I. Have a good day, folks. Just seek Jesus. That's all I want you to do is just seek Jesus. Hope you laugh. Hope you had fun with this. Have a good day.